Hi Capricorn, welcome to your end of December 2020 general tarot reading. It's Raina here. So I am doing this post eclipse in Sag. So post 12th house. Well, it was an early degree. Some of you, this may have been your 11th house, but I'm not going to get too much into that. I did that in the last reading. But the next full moon that we're having is going to be on December 29th. I think it'll be the 30th for some of you overseas, in England and other places, in Europe and other places. But in that general vicinity. And this is in Cancer. Early degree Capricorns can see this in your 7th house of relationships. And for others, this will actually be in your 6th house, which connects to your workplace matters. So some kind of something coming to a head, something coming to fruition, a work project, or perhaps even a promotion. The same scenario was playing out because of the early and the late degree people. I don't know if it was for Capricorn. I think it was. And somebody said, "Oh, you're telling some of us we're gonna, leave a relationship, and some people they're gonna get a promotion." Well, it's not. Yeah, it could possibly be like that. I don't. Predictions are weird. I'm more into the natal chart itself. But it's fun to look at the astrological, influences around us. Just like it's fun to look at the tarot and see what's going on. By the way, I don't have any lights on, so it probably is going to be a little bit dim, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just, sometimes I don't like to have the lights on. I just like natural light sometimes during the day. The heart of the matter is the Knight of Wands. And this is a very adventurous card. If it's a person, it can be a Sagittarian. And there's a very youthful quality. There's a very playful quality with this. But it's kind of like somebody that may be fun for the moment, but not a long-term type of a relationship. So for a Capricorn, any fire sign would be like that. Like if this is an Aries, I always think of this as Aries because I think of the warrior. But regardless, this kind of person might be somebody that you feel this sense of, they make you feel young again or something like that. But it's not necessarily something that is a long-lasting relationship. If this is an aspect of yourself, you might be like breaking free of some chains that bind you. And whether this is coming off of a divorce, whether this is maybe leaving a job or retiring even, you may feel like you're able to be more autonomous, and that can be very enlivening for you and make you feel like you're young again. They say that Capricorns grow younger as they get older, so that would go along with that very nicely. In the past position, we have the Hierophant. This is a card that is associated with tradition. So it's the sign of Taurus, by the way, but tradition and also some kind of, religion, but also marriage. So even if this is a divorce, it's like coming from that, maybe breaking free from tradition, because, or even like if you had to get divorced, for a lot of Capricorns, that's not easy to do because you tend to be people who want to stay married, want to honor that, and you feel this sense of a loss if you don't have that in your life. You know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is about structure, and society is built on structure. And when somebody comes along and does something that kind of, you know, defies that structure, like when you leave a marriage, it can feel really kind of uncomfortable because you wonder if you're doing the right thing. Especially if you have a family, that might be even more. I mean, you know, children that are minors, you might feel this sense of guilt about that. But even, you know, come to think of it, even as adults, you might feel like the family structure is almost like sacred and you can't break it. But sometimes things will come along that force that. But like I said, this could be even like freelancing after working in a corporate environment or some very highly structured environment. The higher message is the Five of Swords. This is a card that can be about deception of some sort, and there could be other people involved, as you see in the background. Um, Perhaps, you know, like I said, using the scenario of marriage, you're feeling guilty, but you have to realize as a spiritual message that if you were being cheated on, you have the right to preserve your dignity and not allow that in your life, and be very you know, respectful to your own, to yourself, and not be somebody who allows others to walk all over them. And you know, the Knight of Swords can be very liberating. And you know, what I read with Capricorn, I think I've mentioned this before, is that, you know, about them getting younger when they get older, is that when they have accomplished their goals, then they can let their hair down and they can feel more relaxed in their life. And that makes sense to me because Capricorns tend to be highly ambitious. And so, and of course, that's not true 100% across the board either. Not every Capricorn, you know, turns out like that, but they tend to be, you know, overall. And therefore, that requires a lot of commitment. But when they have achieved their goals, then they're like, they can relax and they can get a little bit of space. So the Five of Swords may be that if you were in a pit of snakes and you know, removed yourself, you liberated yourself from that, that is a good thing. If you're dealing with a cheating spouse, that is a good thing. This will make you feel younger because you're not stressed out. You're not, you know, you're not just constantly under siege by other people. What crosses you is the Moon card. This is a card that can connect to Pisces. So if there's a Pisces person in your life who is, you know, causing problems, the thing is that the moon is a ruler of Cancer. So if anybody knows why they attribute this to Pisces, please let me know. But some of the moon's characteristics that go along with Pisces ruler Neptune are deception, denial, you know, like lying to yourself, addiction, and things like that. These are the negative qualities that I'm reading the challenge of the Moon card. And oh, you know, it's interesting because I've been reading the card. I've been reading these one way regarding a relationship, but there could be an alternate interpretation. Now, the Knight of Wands may be somebody that you've met. Maybe you're married and you've met this person that's very exciting, But the Five of Swords can be an empty victory. You can feel this sense. I don't know what the Hierophant would be in that instance, unless your spouse has cheated, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to do the same thing, but you're fooling yourself. So the Moon card would be, you're fooling yourself if you think that it's going to make you feel better, because you're the type of person who just craves that kind of committed relationship. So it's hard for you to just fool around, or that's just the Capricorn tendency, is to want something that is long lasting. I think one time I said that I believed that Capricorn is the least likely to cheat, or something like that, because they're so into their family. And it was really funny because somebody wrote to me and said, oh God, this Capricorn, they're like the worst cheater. They're just you can't, obviously there are always going to be outliers, in life and anything. But I just thought that was so funny, because they really said the worst things about this person that was a Capricorn. That was the exact opposite of what you would expect. So with the Moon card, look to your, whatever it is that's going on in your life at this moment. If you feel like you have liberated yourself from something, and maybe you're in a new relationship and it feels very like enlivening, do you know everything about this person? Are you sure that they are on the up and up? Because the Moon card could be some kind of denial, some kind of something that you still do not know and that you have yet to discover. And whether or not that comes back to bite you in the butt, I mean, who knows? But the other thing too is, turning your back on your intuition. The timing of that moon in Cancer, will that reveal something that about your relationship, or if this is a workplace matter, about the work situation? Because the Knight of Wands, if this is a workplace situation, either way, you may want to be a free agent, but you're just so entrenched in this one system that perhaps it's hard for you to get out of that. What's coming in is a Justice card now. That could be waiting for that legal decision. If you've been feeling like with the Five of Swords, this sense of deception in your life, this sense of, because the Moon card and the Five of Swords in the same reading to me suggests that there's something going on beneath the surface, behind the scenes. Wow, it looks like I had to start a new file, so I don't know if I'll be able to join these two files together, but in any case, the Justice card can be about getting that divorce decree. It can be about some kind of sense of fairness, or seeking that sense of fairness in the workplace. Maybe balancing the scales in some way that connect to finances, or I should say salary negotiations. And maybe you are feeling more gutsy with the Knight of Wands. You're feeling more assertive and not that attached to, oh my God, what happens, I have to toe the line 100% of the time. You might not feel that way at the moment. And there may be extenuating circumstances why that is, but the bottom line is that you feel more able to do this. The Justice card connects to Libra. Perhaps there's a Libra person that you're dealing with. I don't know if your ex or your soon-to-be ex is a Pisces and your current, or a Cancer and your current is a Libra, but if there's anyone out there with that combination, please let me know, because that would be pretty cool. And the outcome, The Ace of Cups, yeah, beginnings of love, an offer of love. If this is job related, something that is heartfelt, that you really enjoy at a deep level, this is something, maybe even the type of work. This is another thing too with the moon card, is creativity. And I would see that with the Ace of Cups. So if you've been in the kind of um, profession that is very dry, that maybe doesn't allow you to utilize your talents, if you are a more artistic person, then perhaps this is a direction that you're going in some way. And the Hierophant may also be new religious influences or spiritual influences in your life that have changed, that have changed your direction, changed what your goals are. Remember, Pluto has been in your sign for 12 years now. So you are transforming yourself at a very deep level, Capricorn, and that includes some of the things that are important to you or that have traditionally been important to you. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.